Was that the library thanking you for never returning a book late?
That was my brother Tommy. My dad just died.
Oh my god.
Hi there. Is there a project you're working on?
I know more than you.
All right.
She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Hey Brian, if you still believe in the Lord above, get on your hands and knees and pray for us."
Notice how I have my altar set up? Very demure, very mindful. I don't need 108-foot crystal towers for my spell work to be successful. Not demure. I work with what I have, very classy, very cutesy. I'm not like you bitches who be setting fire to your entire house. I actually practice fire safety, very cutesy, very elegant, very demure. Notice how I don't culturally appropriate. I can't do this anymore.
I've had a number of asks about magic in ancient Greek religion, so let's get into it. As I've said in previous videos, magic is not a mainstream part of the ancient Greek religion, but it is still part of the landscape. I'm going to address specifically magic from the archaic through the classical periods. A lot of what is shared about Greco-Roman magic does come from later time periods, whether Hellenistic or into the Roman Empire in late antiquity. You often see this distinction between high and low magic. High magic being theurgia, theurgy, but this really comes later with Neoplatonic schools and figures like Plotinus and Proclus. It's not necessarily a distinction that's important from the archaic to the classical period of the ancient Greek religion. So the type of magic we can turn to in this time period in question is Gaiatea, and this is the so-called low magic because it does not have necessarily a religious end. It is more personal magic, sometimes vindictive magic. Often the terms for magicians were terms applied derogatorily, so you didn't necessarily want to be called a magical practitioner. There were people certainly practicing magic. There was a bit of a stigma, if not a lot of a stigma, depending on the type of magic. Most frequently cited are spell or so-called curse tablets, exactly like they sound, where people or even communities would write their spell, would write their curse for a specific end, and usually bury them or dedicate them to a specific deity in their sanctuary. We also see examples of weather magic, where figures, whether within literature, mythology, or real individuals, saying that they can control the elements and making specific invocations. We see many traditions of magical healing or medicine or pharmakeia, where we are using certain herbs, plants, and roots to heal, to endow power. We see this with Kirke, right, the famous witch in the Odyssey, and we see this with people in priest traditions within certain cults of gods associated with medicine. We have many apotropaic measures, aka protective magic, like amulets, talismans, certain gestures, certain words that we recite to ward off evil. This is a more protective magic. Finally, we have this gray area between divination, which is quite accepted and central part of the ancient Greek religion, and the magical sphere, which is a bit more gray and on the fringe. We have a practice that straddles the two that's called necromancy, where people will be invoking the spirits of the dead for messages and wisdom from the underworld, which, as I've said, would be quite a controversial practice for the way it mixes the realms of the living and the dead and disturbs potentially the spirits of the dead. This is a very brief overview of Gaiatea in the classical Greek religion. So much more to be said, but these are the types of magic that we talk about in my Hellenismos Basics course, and the types of magic that many of us do practice to varying degrees.
We're bog, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. In the nest there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird. Bird in a nest, on a limb, and a limb, on a branch, and a branch, on a tree, and a tree, and a hole, in the bog, and the bog down in the valley, oh.
You invited a party clown! I'm afraid of party clowns!
That was not a clown, that was my juggalo friend. But your fear was warranted. He's the one who set the piñata on fire.
I don't think we ever really got over that language barrier.
No, it's not your fault.
What the fuck? You speak English?
Of course I do.
You've spoke English the whole time I've been here.
Good afternoon. My name is Russell, and I am a wilderness explorer in Tribe 54, Sweat Lodge 12. Are you in need of any assistance today, sir?
No.
Shit like this brings the movement down. Everyone's a feminist until there is a spider around.
Mom, are your shirtless water sanitary? It looks questionable to me.
It's fine, honey.
Ugh. But what about bacteria?
Honestly, whatever, I'm down for whatever. We could go see a movie, we could get lunch, we could kill someone. Or, the apple orchard?
Du bon Dieu, Dominique, mon bon père, gardez-nous simple et gai, pour nos hanno offre la vie et la vérité. Dominique, Nick, son alerte.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
Fuck!
A club isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go.
Ain't shit changed, still fucking and rapping. Two bad bitches here, Cartier glasses. Her friend got pornography habits. Give me that bitch. What?
Maybe my path is a healer. Maybe I'm supposed to be a healer. Is she fucking with us right now? I am assuming so, because that literally makes no sense. If I'm a healer, why don't I have more deities structured around healing? Good. She's not stupid. That's great. I'm glad we figured that out.
Hello, hello. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I hope that you're missing me, 'cause it makes me feel young. Hello, hello. Last time that I saw your face.
On today's episode of How the Fuck Do I Do This, we're going to do a tarot cleanse and enchant. When I was in Spain, I got a tarot deck and we got to cleanse it and we got to enchant it. So we're going to do it both at the same time to save energy because I'm tired. Go ahead and pick your favorite tarot card, put that one right on top. Around the perimeter, we're going to use pink salt and sea salt. For that, just use table salt. I don't give a fuck. Same thing. First circle is going to be for cleansing. Using chamomile, rosemary, elderberry, lavender, birch, burdock, and cinnamon. The cinnamon we're going to add at the end though. You'll see why. You'll see. Second ring is going to be to enchant and activate. So we're using comfrey for balance, peppermint for clarity, mugwort for divination, yarrow for guidance, and amethyst for intuition. And last we have clear quartz to actually activate everything. Clockwise, counterclockwise, doesn't fucking matter. Just put it on there, set your motherfucking intentions, tell everything what they're doing there. If you don't tell them, they're going to be really lost. And then, you know, if you were lost, you'd get pissed off, right? You don't want your herbs to be pissed off at you. Just tell them what the fuck they're doing. Once you have everything set up the way you want it to, we're going to add bay leaves for wishes, a little bit of sun oil and a little bit of moon oil. If you don't have those, just use your favorite fucking oil. It doesn't actually matter. Light your candles, let them burn all the way the fuck down. Obviously blow them out when they're done, but you're going to leave the tarot deck there for at least 24 hours. Discard the herbs, cleanse the crystals. That's it.
I give her all my love, that's all I do. And if you saw my love, you'd love her too. I love her.
Thanks. Maybe I'll just bury these in the backyard, probably. Are those deer antlers? Yeah, but they've been like chewed by my dogs, so I don't know if you want them. You want me to put them on the altar, don't you? Yes. Okay.
Good day, I'm Bob the Necromancer, and today we're doing an unboxing.